Welcome to Move Beyond the Block TV. I am your host, your girl, Lakeisha Gray-Sewell, bringing you the content and ideas that moves us beyond the block, beyond the habits and beliefs that block our shine in life. So, what are those blocks? Well, first of all, you have to absolutely get the book that is released. I'm so excited, and I just can't. No. But you all absolutely have to get that book. It is offering 18 beliefs and habits that we have to move beyond. And what exactly is a block? Well, a block can be your physical locale. It can be your mentality. It can be your mindset. It can be social constructs that are thrown at us, right? The things that happen to us every day. How do we move beyond those disappointments? How do we move beyond to the next level of accomplishments? Those are the blocks that I'm talking about. But today I'm going to talk about something that I get asked this question a lot, and I see it happening, and I hear it a lot in conversations where people are trying to get to know people better. It's a question that is asked in interview processes. It's a question that is asked when you're out at a networking event. And Oprah asks this question a lot, and that question is, what is your story? Sometimes our story can be our block. How can that possibly be, you want to ask me? Well, I'll tell you. We say, well, what is my story? And we begin by saying where we grew up, where we went to school, how we were raised, who raised us, and we start the story. And then the story can snowball, and it can include experiences that we've had. Sometimes those experiences include trauma. Sometimes those experiences include traumatic things that have happened to us, things that are triggering us, things that we were wounded from. And we tell that story and we lead with that. When in actuality, we're not those things or those circumstances or that trauma or even that accomplishment, right? We're so much more. We're the person who came through it. We're the person that got us through it. We're the person that earned that degree. We're the person who got through that traumatic experience, that traumatic childhood, right? We're the person that's still standing. So I just have a couple of things to say about that. So one thing is that our story, when you're reading a book or you're watching a film, there's a narrator, right? There's somebody that's telling a story, and there is a story happening and unfolding. Well, you're the narrator, and your story is unfolding. It's ever unfolding. It's ever being told. And actually, as the narrator, you get to create the story. You get to create how you show up in the story. So while you may not be able to control the setting, you may not be able to control the circumstances, you may not be able to control the other characters that come into your story, but what you always have the power to do is control how you react in that story and your role. So I want us to always remember that our story is just an expression of us. It's not our identity. And our story should never define nor confine us, because that is when it is blocking us. So how do we actually know who we are? How do we know our story? Well, here's the question. Ask yourself, who are you? Not what do you do, but who are you? Not what other people get from you, but who are you? So are you passionate? Are you a person that is heart-centered? Are you a person that has an analytical mind and detail-oriented? Are you dedicated to changing the world through your advocacy, through your voice? Are you a person that wants to lead innovation and use technology to help you foster change in the environment or change people's lives? Who are you? Are you a person that can persevere through things? Are you a person who really needs to have your downtime and alone time to hear your thoughts? Are you a person that is spiritually and earthly grounded? That's who you are. Situations can change and come and go. Your story will change. Your story should change. It should evolve. And also, your story can be revised. What does that mean? That doesn't mean that you leave out integral details about how you were raised. It doesn't mean that you neglect or deny anybody that had a role in your life, however good or bad. But what it does mean is that you reflect more on the lesson in the story and how you got to the next level. How did you get to the next chapter? Not that particular thing. So I want us to think a little bit more as we hear that question and we're out in the world navigating opportunities, making sure that our story is not holding us in a holding pattern where nobody can turn the page and we're just wallowing here in this story and our story is what is led. I want to ask you a question. If you were to tell your story today and you started in the middle of a conversation and you and I met and you started your story, what part would you want to get to before someone said, may I have your attention? May I have your attention? I need everybody to stop talking. I need everybody to drop what you're doing and focus your attention here. So now the person you were telling your story, they don't hear anything else. Now their attention is somewhere else. What will they have left with to say, oh, you know what? I met Lakeisha at this party. She's the woman who... Are they going to be stuck in my story of trauma? Are they going to be stuck in my story of poverty? Are they going to be stuck in my story of my accomplishments? Where have I left them in that little bit of time? Focus a little bit more on the story that's triumphant, the story that gets somebody to say, I like to be a part of the next chapter in her story. And that's all for now, guys. This is the first episode that you are tuned into for Move Beyond the Block TV. Again, I am your host, Lakeisha Gray-Sewell, and I really urge you to pick up my first book. I am really excited about this book. It has 18 habits and beliefs that you need to move beyond to get beyond the block that is blocking you in life. But it also has 18 powerful women who are from Chicago who have done some astronomical things around the world. They're thought leaders and global changers. You absolutely want to get this book, and you absolutely want to join the Facebook book, Move Beyond the Block. So much more in store for you all. I can't wait to share more, and I want to see you back here. Subscribe and share with everybody. Bye-bye.